On today's video, we are covering how to convert an already made template in Cuttle over to a 3D friendly file. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and begin. Today we're going to start off by using this butterfly name sign first. I want to show you what it kind of looks like and how it'll look like if it's already laser 3D printer ready. I'm going to open it. Okay, so if we have a sign like this or a template like this, and you see that it's in preview mode and it looks all nice and dandy, you could head over to File, Export for 3D printing, and then you're going to see exactly what it's going to look like. And for this one, it actually looks pretty nice, I would say, just the way it is. You don't have to make any edits here. The only edits you'll make is with regards to how thick or thin you want your 3D printed layers to be. So your backer for your design is going to be one thickness. So here I could leave it at 3 millimeters. And then for the name that's going to be on top, I can maybe make it a little bit thinner so that it's not so thick, and it will make a really cute design like so. Sometimes though, it's not going to look like this. So let me hop over to a different file and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go over to a different file, which I'm pretty sure won't look the same, where it's super easy, because depending on how the file was originally created, you may run into a couple hiccups. So let's go over to this heart sewing kit. And in theory, it looks really nice, but it's not 3D printer friendly. So let's go in and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So we're going to go into the edit. If you're going into a file that's not yours, you're going to see that it's going to say duplicate this file. So make sure to click on that so you have your own board that you can work on. So if I were to go over to file and export to 3D printing, you'll see that it's just going to cut essentially the backer and a wonky looking heart. But in reality, what we want, if we were to have a sewing kit, is to have the actual holes of the heart to be on the bottom layer so that we could actually have holes to sew through. So there's a couple things that we actually need to do, and in this case, on this file, I'm actually going to separate things out. So all of these circles, I just highlighted all of them together, and I'm actually going to right click and we're going to extract as a component. We got the whole separated. So I'm going to name component A 3D printer file. And we're going to bring over the backer. Okay. And then I'm actually going to bring over the front. And I think the best way to actually see what the file is going to look like is not only going to the export to see what it looks like, but also playing around with your layers being filled. So here I have the backer filled, and then we're going to, you could see that although there's holes or circles technically for the hearts, it's not on the backer layer. So you don't see a clear area on the backer. So we're going to highlight both the component B, which was the circles of the heart, and the backer. And let's hit modify, and we're going to Boolean difference. So we're going to cut out those circles from the backer. So essentially, we now have a layer with holes in it. So if we go to File and Export for 3D printing, we now have this little board that has all of the holes that we want for our 3D printed sewing kit. Now let's take it an extra step further. Say you wanted the text on here also, we could drop over the top text to the area, but it is a single line font, so it's not going to actually show up on our board. Okay, so we need to change this ever so slightly. So we're going to click on stroke, And currently it's under hairline, but we're going to unclick this. Now you could play around with the width of your font or your text. So let me make it a little bit smaller, maybe like that. So here's what it would look like. And if I were to go onto file and export again, now I have text on here that's printed on top of our bottom backer layer. And just like we did with the butterfly previously, I'm going to lower this so that it has like a thinner top layer. The writing's going to be a lot thinner so it doesn't like break off, and it's just ever so slightly there. I think I would be happy with like 1 millimeter or even less. I don't want too much of it, so just something like that. So that's really cute. You could even add your bottom text. Oops. You could even add your bottom text down here and do the same exact thing where we have the stroke, undo the hairline, lower this to just ever so slightly so that you have that as well. So this is really cute. Now the last step for this with our sewing kits is that you can't necessarily have lines like these little blue lines. I kind of have it running off, right? And when it's lasered, it doesn't really matter, but for 3D printing it would matter. And no matter how you modify it with Boolean difference or intersecting or anything like that, it's going to not get rid of everything except the lines in between each of the holes. So I know this is a little tedious, but what you'll have to do is actually use this pen tool. Okay, so we're going to be on the pen tool, and what you're actually going to do is click and click again to make anchor points and make your own little path. Okay, so if I were to keep going, it's going to make the line stay over the hole, which is not ideal when we're doing 3D printing. So I'm actually going to press escape after the second anchor point. That way it kind of resets it. And then I would actually manually have to go and make each of the anchor points like so. Okay, so you get the point, right? So we're going to make all of our paths with, I know this is pretty tedious when it comes to this, but with the sewing kit, this is kind of inevitable. With other ones, you could play around with the Boolean differences and essentially make different parts and layers. Okay, so we now have all of these little lines, and I need to actually group them all together. So we're going to highlight all of them and let's group them together. And I'm going to adjust the stroke again so that we are not a hairline stroke, and bring that down really slow, ever so slightly as well. Okay. And then once you go to export, you'll now see that you have this really cute design. And I'm going to lower this again to like, less than 1 millimeter so that it's just ever so slightly there. And then you'll have a little tracing area that shows it. That was so fun to kind of walk through the system and show you how exactly I would turn a already existing file over to a 3D friendly file. And I love that you could just kind of do it with a couple tweaks. Some files on here are already ready for the 3D printing world. There's really nothing you need to do to kind of shift things around. But there are other templates that need a little bit of adjustment so that they can be 3D printer friendly. And I hope that this tutorial kind of helped walk you through it and just kind of show you what you can do on this Cuttle platform. If you're looking to check out Cuttle, I have an affiliate link that will give you 10% off your first month or first year of the subscription. You could also use Audrey10 at checkout, and that'll do the same. If you're also looking to learn the Cuttle platform, I have a mini course called Cuttle Made Simple, where I walk you through the steps on how you could get started. and we'll bridge the gap together and teach you exactly what you need to know in order to get you started. As always, if you have any questions, leave them down below, and I will see you on the next one.